Hello, I'm Dr. Sirisha Singh. I'm a consultant dermatologist and cosmetic dermatologist. Today we're going to do a brief chat on how to use a sunscreen effectively. And the key word is effectively because we want to have the benefit of using a sunscreen. Before we figure out how to use a sunscreen effectively, we need to know that we need to choose a broad spectrum sunscreen. And a broad spectrum sunscreen is one which gives us protection against ultraviolet B radiation and ultraviolet A radiation. And this would be mentioned on the sunscreen that you choose. The sunscreen should ideally be applied on all the exposed parts of the body, the face, the arms, the legs and the feet about 15 to 30 minutes before you step out of the house. We have Sunita over here who is going to do a practical demonstration on how much of the sunscreen is to be used and how it is to be applied on the face. For the sunscreen to be effective, we need to use a generous amount of sunscreen, and the standard is we need to use anywhere between 1/4 to 1/3 of a teaspoon to cover the face. As you can see, we've taken a generous amount of the sunscreen. And Sunita is applying it generously over the face. She's just going to spread out the sunscreen evenly on the face. Dab it on the surface of the skin without rubbing it out. So when she first applies the sunscreen and spreads it out, and she spreads it out, her skin looks white. As you can see, Sunita's face now looks white. It looks a bit coated with the sunscreen. She stays like this for about 5 minutes, and what happens is the sunscreen soaks into the skin and becomes effective. It's now about a couple of minutes since we've applied the sunscreen, and as you can see, the sunscreen is settling into the skin. Give it about 10 minutes and it's not going to show on the surface that she's applied a sunscreen, which should be the case with a good quality sunscreen. After one has put on the sunscreen, you need to wait about 15 to 30 minutes before you go out of the house. And if you're outdoors for a long period of time, you need to do a reapplication every couple of hours. That is, every 2 hours you need to apply a thick layer of the sunscreen again. If you are in a position where you can wash your face before reapplying the sunscreen, that's great. But if you're not able to wash your face, you'd rather use a sunscreen than not use a sunscreen at all. You need to understand that after a couple of hours, the sunscreen that you have applied becomes ineffective on the skin. Another question which people very commonly ask me is, do we need to use a sunscreen on cloudy days, and do we need to use a sunscreen in winters? The answer to that is the ultraviolet light, which is the light that we're trying to protect your skin from. More than 80% of it penetrates through cloud cover as well. So yes, you need to use a sunscreen on cloudy days as well. You also need to use a sunscreen in winters, in rainy days, snowy areas and in the swimming pools. And particularly if you're in an area with heavy snowfall and you've gone for a skiing holiday, or when you're out for a swim, you get a double dose of UV light, because you not only get the direct rays of UV light from the atmosphere, but you also get the reflected UV light from the snow or the base of the swimming pool. And hence it is very important to use a sunscreen even while you're on a skiing holiday or if you go swimming. If you have any queries about a sunscreen or you need help with choosing a right sunscreen for your skin type, please do not hesitate to contact me. My contact details are given in the description box below. Thank you.